Today we're travelling on the cheap. We're going to be taking public transport from JFK Terminal 1 into the centre of Manhattan. We'll be taking the JFK Air Train to Jamaica Station, and from there the Long Island Railroad into Penn Station at 34th Street. When you exit Customs at Terminal 1, you need to go up the escalators 2 levels to get to the station for the AirTrain. The escalator takes you up to departure level. You need to keep going up from here. All the way to the top. We'll cover Terminal 1, JFK departures at some other point. The AirTrain is the first part of our journey. It's important to note that there are actually 2 different AirTrains. One of them goes to Howard Beach and the other one goes to Jamaica. Because we're catching the LIRR, we need to go to Jamaica Station, not Howard Beach. Howard Beach links up to the AirTrain, but from Jamaica Station we can catch a couple of different subway lines or the Long Island Railroad, the LIRR. Make sure you check the signboards in the station for exactly which train is coming next. Do note, however, that the platforms are shared between the 2 different trains, so you can always swap later. You do have to make a choice before you get to Federal Circle though, because that's where the routes deviate.
The next train arrives on
The trains between terminals go in both directions, counterclockwise and clockwise. We're leaving from Terminal 1, so we'll visit all the other terminals on the way to our final station, which is Jamaica. We'll start off though on a Howard Beach train and change at one of the other terminals to a Jamaica train.
This is the Howard Beach train, stopping at airline terminals 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8, Federal Circle, Leopard Boulevard, and Howard Beach.
The trains to Howard Beach don't seem to be as busy as the trains to Jamaica, so if your final destination is on the subway A line, it might be best to take the Howard Beach train. For reasons we'll outline later though, you might be better off taking the LIRR than the subway. It's as good a place as any, so let's change here at Terminal 4 from the Howard Beach train to the Jamaica Station train. You can see that the Jamaica train is much busier than the Howard Beach train. That's because there are so many more options from Jamaica Station.
Please stand clear. The doors are closing. Please hold in gate. Federal Circle in Jamaica. Airline Terminal 8. Federal Circle in Jamaica. We are arriving at Terminal 8. Please take your belongings. JFK Air Train. Ladies and gentlemen, the AirTrain is $7.75.
That's it for the terminals. Now we're off for a couple more stations before we get to Jamaica. So how much does it cost? The AirTrain itself costs $7.75, and then the cost from Jamaica Station into the city depends on whether you take the AirTrain or the LIRR. The AirTrain is a standard subway fare of $2.75, and the LIRR is $7.75. The difference, though, is that the LIRR has room for your baggage. And the other difference is that the LIRR has one, maybe two stops, whereas the subway stops a number of times before you actually get to Manhattan. So today we'll be taking the LIRR. Coming up is Federal Circle Station. This is your last chance to change between the Howard Beach and Jamaica Station trains. Of course, if you're heading to the Rockaways, then you'd want to change to a Howard Beach train. And this is it, Jamaica Station. Incidentally, Jamaica Station is one of the busiest railway stations in New York. Now here's where the fun starts. Because everyone is getting off the train at the same time and they've not bought tickets, they need to line up for each of the ticket machines for everyone on the train. There are two different sets of ticket machines, one for the subway on the left and on the right for the LIRR, and these are not intuitive. Of course, people sitting down on the floor in front of the ticket machines doesn't help, but generally the queue clears within about 10 to 15 minutes. The correct way to do this is to buy your AirTrain ticket and your subway or LIRR ticket together, not like I did.
This is 547, Penn Station AirTrain now arriving on track 2. The 547 Penn Station AirTrain now arriving on track 2.
Trains go every 10 minutes or so from Jamaica into Penn Station. There are only stairs down to the platforms and escalators up.
The 622 Atlantic Terminal train has arrived on track 3.
But there are elevators to the right if you have luggage.
On the one track 2, on the one track 2. As this was few lines of our reception, so downstairs for the E-train. As we move to the station, transfer west of the eastbound from Washington Rail train. On the one track 2, on the one track 2.
There are trains between Jamaica Station and Penn Station every few minutes. They're very, very regular. After a short journey, we arrive at Penn Station. The total cost for the transfer is $15.10, which is much cheaper than the $80 or so that it will take you in a taxi. Of course, if you have multiple people, a taxi might still be cheaper. Penn Station is the major transport hub for New York, and from here you can get to anywhere else in New York, connect to Amtrak for other places in the country, or connect to some of the railroads serving neighbouring states such as New Jersey Transit or the Metro North. If you have luggage, wait for the crowd to clear to take the escalator, or go to the elevator at the far end of the platform. And that's it. A nice cheap way to get from JFK Airport to Manhattan. That's all for today. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you like the video, please hit the like button. It really helps me out.